how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened in my 24 hours? I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And this is all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life if you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me and you let me look at it. I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
What is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet. Compared to other alternatives, Bitcoins have a number of advantages. Bitcoins are transferred directly from person to person via the net, without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower, you can use them in every country, your account cannot be frozen, and there are no prerequisites or arbitrary limits. Let's look at how it works. Bitcoins are generated all over the internet by anybody running a free application called a Bitcoin miner. Mining requires a certain amount of work for each block of coins. This amount is automatically adjusted by the network such that Bitcoins are always created at a predictable and limited rate. Your Bitcoins are stored in your digital wallet, which might look familiar if you use online banking. When you transfer Bitcoins, an electronic signature is added. After a few minutes, the transaction is verified by a miner and permanently and anonymously stored in the network. The Bitcoin software is completely open source and anybody can review the code. Bitcoin is changing finance the same way the web changed publishing. When everyone has access to a global market, great ideas flourish. Let's look at some examples of how Bitcoins are already used today. You can purchase video games, gifts, books, servers, and alpaca socks. Several currency exchanges exist where you can trade your Bitcoins for dollars, euros, and more. Bitcoins are a great way for small businesses and freelancers to get noticed. It doesn't cost anything to start accepting them, there are no chargebacks or fees, and you'll get additional business from the Bitcoin economy. For your first Bitcoins and more information, visit weusecoins.com.
At this time of unprecedented worry and anxiety, driven by a single virus, baffling the brightest minds in science, there are lessons that we can take from this global pandemic. We are all equal, regardless of our culture, religion, occupation, financial situation, or social status. It is reminding us that we're all connected, and something that affects one person affects another. It is also reminding us just how important family and home are. How providing for those we love is of critical importance, especially in times of crisis, and how difficult or even impossible that can become under certain circumstances. The world we know is going to change. There's no escaping that fact. One thing still in your control: what you do with your time. There's a tiny percentage of people globally that are completely free of debt, not beholden to anyone. And as incredible as that may sound, anyone can accomplish a similar degree of this success. With proper guidance, you can attain the same freedom and the same peace of mind to enjoy family and friends, regardless of what may be happening in the world around you. While real financial security is available to everyone, it doesn't happen on its own, and it's not easy, but it is absolutely possible for you. To learn what steps you can take today, and to make sure that you're numbered amongst those that are financially free, get back to the person that shared this video with you and take action today.
All right, pumped is the word that I can use to describe how it is I feel every single time I sit here to present this information towards each and every one of you. So, a pleasant day to you all. My name, if it is you didn't know, is Nicholas Bagwandi, and I am a mentor in this business. I've been in the business for 13 months, and we are so excited to share this business. Who we look right here, my business partner and I, we take the forefront of things together with a couple other leaders. So you're gonna see our faces regular. All right. Why it is we take the time to share this business Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. is because we see the value it is adding onto our lives, other people's lives, and the value that it can be adding into yours as well. All right, so we will get into the information tonight, but just before we do so, I want to highlight an event that is happening in a few days. All right, Digitization 2021. If you are new here and you have not registered for this event, do so now. All right, or right after this presentation. Get back to the person who would have invited you onto this call and get the registration link, caribbeandigitization.com, and you must have a sponsor name, so you can't just go up and sign up just like that. Please do so because you will have a chance to win one contract to get started for free. All right, 10,000 USD would be given away. So the question is not, are we making money? The question is, wow, so much money. Are they really making money in this thing? All right, just to put a little human, a little understanding to that. It is really exciting, a really exciting journey thus far, 1 year into the business. And as we get into it, you will understand why we are so excited. All right, so let's get into it. Some things to remember before we dive right in. All right, so first and foremost, no referrals needed. I'm going to mention some stuff later on, but remember, it is not necessary, it's not mandatory. All right, no monthly subscriptions. You are not compelled. All right, you don't have to pay anything. It's a one-time payment. The next thing is no mandatory meetings. So while we share this every day of the week, twice a day, you don't have to sit down every single day. All right, no meetings are mandatory. Also, just let the pros trade for you. All right, with that being said, welcome to CFX, where success in the global forex market is just a few clicks away. Can't be that simple, right? I thought so, and I'm experiencing it here. So, the two trending industries that Cashfx is involved in is firstly online learning, and we will get into as to how it is you're going to do that or what it is you're going to get from that online learning, online academy. And the next thing is, of course, the Forex market as it stands out in the name itself. All right. So while it is we compare the different markets, we can see that the Forex market is the largest financial market in the world, $5.3 trillion trading per day. A lot of people ask the question, well, can the Forex market crash? Well, it has been recession proof, it has been pandemic proof. Some would even say it is even bulletproof. All right. But long story short, once each country continue to depend on each other for goods and services and continue to use their own currency, the forex market will continue to exist. All right. With that being said, let's jump into what the company has for us in terms of what can the company offer for you. Well, first and foremost, the company has a foundation of core values. All right, transparency, honesty, and respect. 13 months into this business, and I can confirm every single information that I'm sharing with you today. You can realize that by the way that I'm sharing it with such excitement because I can feel it, I see it happening. I don't want to jump the gun, but I'll get into something shortly, all right? So the purpose, however, of the company is to provide the average person success in the global forex market through the AI technology and also through the traders, all right? So passively. So also they position themselves to give and provide the best quality education there is. All right. So the people behind the company, they have a team of professionals and experts, all right, in different aspects of the company: project management, financial market, network marketing, even in the educational arena. People continue to ask, are all these things necessary? And I continue to say, definitely. especially if it is we want to see the results and see it effectively and consistently that we are seeing it. All right, who they that I'm speaking about that put this team together? The founders, Mr. Huasca Lopez. He is a very sincere guy. I love to hear him talk. As a matter of fact, today was our end of month update call, and we see him, the marketing director, and one or two other persons every single end of the month. So sometimes you worry about, well, we just see a picture, we not see the person. We see him. He share updates. We share our goals. He share his vision for the company and all of these different things and how it is he just wants to help people. All right, so that's just a little bit about him. The other CEO is Mr. Edwin Abad. All right, who is the VP Trading of Operations. He was also on the call today. Couldn't understand anything he said. Right, he was talking Spanish. But Mr. Vasca Lopez was able to translate for us. He just said hello. All right, but it was nice seeing their faces and to put a face to the name and to be able to see the persons, not face to face in person here physically, but virtually, we were able to see them. And is really building this legacy company. So this guy who is running this team of traders with a combined experience of 25 years, he is passionate about the Forex market, about Forex trading. So who is better, who have the experience and also passionate about what it is he do to do the job or to get the job done? All right. So I think we're in good hands. So the place, as for the physical location of the headquarters, it is in Panama City, Panama. All right, and we will be having our ribbon cutting ceremony soon. Today, we had some winners of a competition that the company had, and they would be heading across. I could imagine the excitement, the celebration, and all of that. All right, so how do you get started in Cashfx? You purchase a contract. All right, and when it is you purchase this contract, it comes with the education, as I was speaking about before, the online learning. The education would now offer you different levels and certain things concerning the Forex market. So when it is you purchase different contracts, there are 3 levels of education. So the first level is from the 300 going all the way to the $3,000 contract. You would have access to the elemental series of education. All right, and from the 5,000 all the way to the $20,000 contract, you'll have access to the advanced series. And last but not least, from the 30,000 all the way to the 100,000 contract, or the gold standard, as we like to call it, you'll have access to the supreme series of education. At this point in time, you will be able to graduate, so to speak, and be able to jump on the Forex market on your own and to just provide yourself with an additional stream of income with that skill. All right, so something to note as well, while it is you can get started at any one of these contracts mentioned, you can also work your way up. All right, so you're not stuck at one contract, yeah, without putting in any more money from your pocket. I just want to throw that inside it. So how do you earn from Cashfx now to get into the rewards plan? So first and foremost, every single member of Cashfx earns bare capital. What is bare capital? You purchase a contract. After 3 business days, the trader is going to trade for you. They are working for you. Your money going to get to work, make more money for you without you. That's simply amazing. That's next level. That's business of the 21st century. All right. So these percentages would continue to accumulate over a period of time to hit 200% of whichever contract you decide to get started. All right, so they promise you anywhere between 0 to 3% daily, maximum of 15% for the week. You find that's too slow, you want to earn more money, you want to control how much you earning, then no problem, you can tap into bull capital. Bull capital is simply you sharing the business with somebody else. So this is what it is we do every single day, twice a day during the week. And we just share this opportunity, not because of the commissions, but because we realize it can help persons. All right. So the commissions you would get would continue to accumulate over a period of time. And I'll get into that a little more in detail on the next slide. So you have 200% on the ball as well. All right. And of course, there are rank levels where it is you can climb the ladder and make the most out of this business. So just a breakdown of what happens when it is you purchase a contract. So we have the $1,000 contract. So the first way I said that you can earn is bare capital. What happens with the bare capital? The contract splits like this. You have 70% going into the bare capital, which is in your trading account or your broker account. All right, so this account is the EverFX, the broker. All right, and this money is insured. You want to keep that in mind. So if you don't know who is EverFX, but you're into football, EverFX is the sponsor of the Spanish football club Sevilla FC. All right, and you could also do your research on them as well. So EverFX, this money goes into this broker account, this trading account. The trader start a trade for you. Over a period of time, it continues to accumulate until it reaches 200%. In this scenario, $2,000. All right. So the next way in which it is you earn is bull capital. That's where the next 30% going. So it is not going towards the company, but it is going towards the people. So the 30% is not actually you just giving away your money. No, you getting something in return. So you are getting education. Remember that I said whatever contract you purchase, you have education as well. So how this money now splits up 50% by 50%. 50% fast start bonus. So if you get somebody to start underneath you, remember I said if this is not mandatory, but if it is you get somebody to start underneath you with a $1,000 contract, you receive $150 fast start immediately into your balance. Out of the next 50%, it goes towards the uni level bonus. All right, and you also receive a percentage from that as well. So once they renew or upgrade, you would continue to earn commissions until that reaches 200%. So you have 200% on your bear, 200% on your bull. So that's up to 400% on one contract. That's good business, right? So what happens when it is you now hit this 200% and your contract expire? So let me just use the average person. The average person may not choose to share this opportunity, and that's okay. So you hit 200%, you have $2,000. All right. What will happen is there's a 20% withdrawal fee. So keep that in mind. I'll get into that shortly. So that 20% would come out. You will remain with $1,600. Okay. So $1,600, you can now take that and walk away. One option. That's option number one. All right, you can pocket that and leave. It's good to know that you're not tied with the company for life. Fact, I've never seen anybody leave the company. So you want to keep that in mind as well. All right, the company is now approaching 2 years and I've never seen that in the year that I've been a part of it. Option number two, you can take $1,000, repurchase the same contract and pocket $600. All right, that's an option as well. So those two options, for me, in my mind, those two options are shorter. All right. The next option is prior to your contract hitting that 200%, the company is giving us the option to now upgrade your contract by just paying the difference from the contract that you're on to the contract that you want to upgrade to. And of course, you want to cater for that 20% withdrawal fee. All right, so for a better visual, we would have done up this simulation here with an estimated weekly profit of 5%. So let's just go with the $300 contract because that's the least. Even if it is you start here, then the amount you would need to upgrade is $250. All right, so $250 you would need to upgrade because $50 is the 20% fee and the 200 is the difference from the 335. All right, easy maths. So you have this, and as soon as you have the amount over a period of time, you accumulate this amount, you just upgrade. The company would have installed this new feature where you can just take 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. You're not even taking 5 minutes. Probably it might take 5 minutes to try and log in and to reach at that point, but yeah, not taking long, instant. All right, and you can do this. Repeat this process in a timely manner. As soon as you reach the amount, you keep upgrading. And it will take you just over 5 years to reach the 100,000 contract from a $300 contract. Not bad at all. That's if it is you want to treat it as a savings plan, all right? Or retirement plan or anything you have in the long term. So if it is you're bringing in persons or you're putting more money into the business, the choice is yours, or you start at a higher contract. Obviously, you will reach that at a faster rate. All right. So as for the 20% fee that I would have spoken about before, it goes into this force matrix 3 by 10. Now this is a network marketing first, all right? And why it is we want to shift our focus from, wow, 20% is a lot. Remember, we're not doing anything, one, and two, the company want to ensure the longevity of the business. Not just the business, but that would be good for us as well, who in the business and who benefiting from the business. So it doesn't matter who you are or where you are. Once you get started, you fall into the matrix. So this is not for persons who bring in persons. This is for every single member. You want to keep that in mind because everybody have to withdraw. Whether you're upgrading, you're renewing, or you're cashing out, you have to withdraw. All right. When it is you do withdraw, money goes into the matrix, and that's an additional bonus. So this was basically created to have a residual income for all of Cashfx members. So sooner or later, whether you're building or not, people would fall underneath you indirectly, and you will receive commissions when it is they withdraw. All right. So as for the next bonus I would have mentioned was the uni-level bonus. So the uni-level bonus is this. Once you just get started in Cashfx, you only have access to 4 levels deep. All right, that's the basics. So you signed up your first person and you don't sign up anybody else. That's okay. Your first person signs up someone, they would go on your level 2 and so on. As for the amount of level 1s you have, unlimited. You could have any amount. All right, so you want to keep that in mind. So you can have access to 4 levels deep, and you'll receive 10% out of that 50% that remaining from the education money. All right, so if it is you have somebody on your level 5, then you would not receive commissions for that unless you rank up. So what do I mean by rank up? Rank up basically means you need to bring in a certain amount of money within a 30-day period. All right, so for the rank of executive, you would unlock up to level 6. If it is in the rank of manager, up to level 8, the rank of director, you would unlock up to level 9. And president, club ambassador, and global ambassador, you would unlock all the levels and receive commissions from every single person in your organization. This is if it is you want to make the most out of the business. All right, so this can actually be your full-time income. It can really supersede. I know of persons who would have left that employee and is now an entrepreneur. Mr. Sali Mohammed, who is the leader of this team, is a perfect example of that. The person who brought him into this team is a perfect example of that as well. All right, so we would have just gotten this update for the month of June. Yesterday is the last month, and we imagine even with the dip in the market and all of these different things through the pandemic, people are succeeding. All right, people are succeeding. So look at the different ranks. So we have 38 additions this past month to the executive, 9 additions to the managers, 2 additions to the directors, and yet to climb up to add to the president club and the ambassadors as well. So we have no global ambassador just yet, but I assure you soon the rate in which this business is growing. So apart from hitting these ranks, the company would recognize your effort and would also give you a prize. So for hitting the rank of executive, you can take the iPad or 75% of the cash value. For the rank of manager, you have a Rolex, or you can take 75% of the cash value. You have, for director, you can take the travel pack for 2 for you and your significant other, or you can take 75% of the cash. For president club, you have a Porsche. Guys, look at these prizes. All right, 75% of the cash value, either one. Once you hit this rank, ambassador, you have a vehicle, Ferrari, not just any type of vehicle, or 75% of the cash. So for ambassador and president club ranks, what I want to highlight here is we have seen real people hit these ranks and gotten the real prize, paid in full. If it is they leave the company today, tomorrow, then they would still have the vehicle. They would have branded this in CFX, and it's amazing to see it because I can't believe that this company would have done that, and they would have achieved that in this company. So it's not just the company, but the work ethic that they would have put in as well. All right, and we have no global ambassador just yet, but if anybody hits global ambassador soon, they will receive a Lamborghini or 75% of the cash value. Right? That's amazing. So as we're stressing on real people getting real ranks and getting real prizes, we want to show some real results. So for last week, we would have gotten 5.27%, week before 5.07%. Look at the consistency here. All right. So before we would have used a flat 5% average, and this is the reason why we have never seen anything lower than 5% on a normal trading week. All right. The week before that, 5.01%, 5.18% the first week in June. June is shaping up to be a pretty good month. All right. So you look at the contract, look at the returns. When it is we that accumulate onto the month, we will see percentages like this. So for the month of May, 21.58%. All right, April 20.8%, March 23.99%, February 21.03%, January 21.78%. If that is not consistency, then I don't know what is. All right. So for the year of 2020, we would have received 329.54%. I was blessed to be to experience at least half of that when it is I would have gotten started in the month of May 2020. All right, so that's really good stuff. So now that you hear all of this information, how do you get started? All right, the first thing you need to do is acquire Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is basically the method of payment. All right, so if it is you are not able to acquire Bitcoin on your own for whichever contract you want to get started with, that's not a problem. Reach back out to the person who would have invited you on, and they would get the TT equivalent for you because we have leaders in the organization who buy and sell Bitcoin. All right, so you'll get a TT equivalent and we will sort you out. All right, so if it is you don't know about Bitcoin, no worries, we have some facts here for you as well, just to compare it to the fiat or the paper money. So Bitcoin was created by computers or miners, as you would have seen in the video in the beginning of this presentation, and the fiat was issued by the government. All right, Bitcoin has a fixed amount and fiat is inflated. All right, you have inflation due to unlimited printing. So Bitcoin has a public database, which means transparency. Fiat, there's no transparency. Bitcoin is decentralized, which means it is owned by no one, and our fiat is centralized by the banks and the government. So they own that. All right. And Bitcoin, you have low fees for international wire transfer. And for the fiat, we have high fees for international wire transfer. Plus, you have to answer questions for your own money. All right, which is low because we understand for certain things. All right. And Bitcoin, you are always in control of your funds. You choose when you want to send it and whatever it is you want to do with it. But for the fiat, the government can freeze your account at any point in time. That's just some facts. That's just some comparison. And the world is heading into, if it is not already, into this digital age. All right. So you will hear some more about that in digitization 2021. All right. But when it is you, once it is you accumulate this Bitcoin for whichever contract you want to purchase and get started with, you reach back out to the person, you get a referral link. If you Google Cashfx and you try to register and you are able to register, please don't make any payment because that is a scam. That is not a legit site. All right. With a legit company, this company, you need a referral link, right? Because it has a network marketing aspect of the business as well. So you get that referral link, we walk you through the sign up, and then we make the payment for you. And that is it. You start to earn your money after 3 business days. All right. So now you want to know how you're getting back your money. And that's a very good question. All right. So you get back your money in Bitcoin. You can keep it as Bitcoin. There are stores accepting Bitcoin. You can handle your Bitcoin so that as Bitcoin value increase, your Bitcoin would increase as well. Or you can get it back in TT. We can go back through the leaders, sell it back to them. That's not a problem. We always in high demand for Bitcoin. Or when it is you reach probably one of the higher contracts and you want to conduct your own transaction, we put you onto our global exchange MasterCard, where it is you can conduct your transaction on you. Upload your Bitcoin onto the card, and then use your card as a credit card to order anything online. You can go to the ATM, local ATM, anywhere traveling in the world, go to any ATM and withdraw the money there. All right, of course, once it is, you upload the amount. All right, so with that being said, that is a summary of what the business is about. This is hands-free income, which helps you to do what matters the most. All right, so I believe firmly that Cashfx provides a solution to whatever problem you have. All right. So this is the presentation, and I want to thank each and every one of you for taking your time, for being here and listening to this presentation. Whatever questions you have, get back to the person who would have invited you onto the call. Get your questions answered, and we can't wait to welcome you onto this team. All right. You all take care and enjoy the balance of your day. Bye.